how we doing? So this is Guidance 507 Fast Track 2 for spring of 2023. So you're in the right place, hopefully. This video is going to be long, but this is the course introduction for this class, and you need to watch the whole thing in its entirety because I'm going to be going over all the most important things that you need to know for the entire 8-week term. Okay? So the first thing you need to know is that you need to check the announcements section of Canvas a couple times a day. Couple times a week. Okay? Because that's the only way I am communicating with the class as we go along, and there's always a shit ton of changes that go on throughout the term that I communicate via the announcements. If you're not looking at the announcements, you're going to miss extra credit assignments. You're going to miss changes to assignments, even cancellations of assignments. You're going to miss updates to the syllabus. You're going to miss information about important assignments that you need to know. And you're going to miss basically everything that's going on in the class that isn't part of the actual curriculum. Okay, so there's a lot going on. Check the announcements. If you're not checking the announcements, you're basically shooting yourself in the foot. Basically, you're handicapping yourself in the class. You're making it so it's not easy to pass. Not checking the announcements can be the difference between passing and not passing the class. I'm going to adjust this just a tad so you can see all my hand motions because I like to use my hands when I talk. So I have a lot of lectures that are pre-recorded in this class, meaning I recorded them for other classes, but I still use the material because I feel like I did a good job the first time. Why fix something that isn't broken? So you will see throughout the term, like maybe there's still some videos from 2020 or whatever. So please just overlook the time period and focus on the information. There is an assignment that's this week that if you do not complete it by the due date, which is next Monday, that would be March 27th, you will be dropped from the class if you don't complete it. It's called the syllabus contract. It's part of the course syllabus. The course syllabus is already up. You can take a look, you can review it. But there's a section where you actually have to go through all the items and then you have to turn in the syllabus. You will not be able to go forward in Canvas in the class until you complete and turn in the syllabus. When I say complete, you're going to be signing it with DocuSign, which is a legal signature program. You're welcome to use other legal signature programs. Legal signature programs all have a time and date stamp on them to show when you signed it. So if you're just taking like a signature, like a font that has your name and then copy and pasting it onto the syllabus, that's not a legal signature, okay? It has to be from a signature program. So I have DocuSign set up because there's a free version of it that you can use. If you use my link, it'll be free and you'll be able to use it. If you use like your own link, like you just go to DocuSign, it won't be free, okay? Because the free link is hard to find. So make sure you go into the assignment and use that link. The other thing you need to know about the first assignments in the class, you have to mark many of them as done before you can move on. I have a whole video on how to do that in Canvas. It's at the beginning. You need to use what we call the modules view to access content in this class. So when you're in Canvas, you're going to go to modules view by clicking on modules, which is on your left-hand side. Okay? Your left-hand side. So you go to your left-hand side. This is my left-hand side. And you'll click on modules and then you'll see all of the stuff that's open in the class at once instead of having to go through each individual page one by one, which is what a lot of people do in Canvas. And that drives me insane. Just try to wait for another page to load, trying to get to the page that I want. So with module view, you'll be able to see all of the stuff. What's open, what isn't open. When you look at it in module view, the things that need to be marked as done have a little circle on the right-hand side that says mark as done. And you just have to click on that, go to the bottom of the page, click on the little circle, and then that means you reviewed it, and then you'll be able to move on. So you may find that's why a lot of people who don't watch this course introduction video are super confused and perplexed by the way I have Canvas set up for this class. The reason I have it set up that way is because I want you to review certain information and make sure you understand it before you move on. I also want to make sure that the syllabus contract is signed by the 27th, because if you don't sign that contract, I will drop you from the class. No joke, I'm not kidding, I will drop you. This is why. Because people who are not engaged enough in the first week to understand that I'm saying you got to sign this or I'm dropping you, if they can't do that simple thing, then that means they're not engaged enough in the class to do well anyways. So I'm doing them a favor by dropping them and getting them out of here so they don't fail. The other thing is, I want people to sign the contract because this class requires what we call confidentiality. That means that you are going to keep whatever we talk about in this class here in this class. So it's like whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Whatever happens in Guidance 507 Canvas stays in Guidance 507 Canvas. Okay, so we are all going to respect each other's personal information because we do go over a lot of really personal topics in this class. We talk about, how we've, screwed up in our lives and what we're trying to do to fix those things and how we feel about other people, how we feel about situations, bad things that have happened to us, good things that have happened to us. So all of that stuff is really personal. So we want to keep that confidential. By signing that contract, you're saying, I'm going to keep other people's stuff to myself. I'm not going to talk about it with my friends and family. Okay? So that's why we have to sign that contract and why it's so important and why you can't move on in Canvas until you actually sign it with DocuSign and then turn it in. Also on the contract, you need to make sure you leave me a comment or a question. A comment or a question about anything. So you could say, I like your sweater in that video. Oh, thanks, Or if you have a question like, how do we access the Success Center activities? Or maybe how many weeks do we have to turn in homework? Or whatever question you might have. All right, so the thing that you need to do is get your materials as well for this week. One of the assignments this week is for you to show me that you've purchased the textbooks for the class. So there are 2 textbooks for the class. Both of them I have chosen as the online version because you need your book right away in here. You do not have time to order it on Amazon and wait for it to come. You need it now. So the online version is automatically available. You may be able to find the paper version at the Chafee bookstore. So you could go to the Chafee bookstore, grab the book, and physically have it right away. That would be the only situation in which I would endorse getting the paper book, because if you order it and it takes a week to get here, you're already going to be really behind because we're starting right now. Because this is an 8-week class, everything, the 18-week class is basically scrunched down into this 8 weeks. We still have to cover every single thing because that's how it works. When you're taking an 8-week class, you're still covering all the same topics as you would cover in the 18-week class. We may not have as many assignments as I would do in the 18-week class or even the 14-week class, but we do have a lot of assignments each week. This class takes about 9 hours per week. So I would say 3 hours of reading, 3 hours of perusing Canvas, watching videos, doing stuff, and 3 hours of homework. And it does take all that time. So you need to make sure you have enough time to take this class, that you have a good 9 hours a week that you can devote to it. All right, let me show you the textbooks. These are what you need to purchase. So you need, this is the really important one. It's called On Course, and this is the teacher's edition, so it's a little different. Your actual book is going to be like this. Now, this is the 8th edition. So I'm going to say this like 20 times. 8th edition, 8th edition, 8th edition. Get the 8th edition. There is a 9th edition, like a newer edition. Don't get the 9th edition. It's more expensive. You don't need to pay all that money. This is way cheaper, and this is the one I want you to get. 8th edition. Not the 7th edition or 6th edition, not the 9th edition, 8th edition. Please get the 8th edition. Okay, so I do have a video that shows you how to find the books online if you want to order them online, not through the bookstore. But I do have to say, if you got some kind of book grant this semester and you're using that money to purchase your books, you need to purchase them through the Chafee bookstore, and that's the only place you should be purchasing the books using. Like if you got a voucher for books, you need to use it at the bookstore. And these books are available at the bookstore. The online version is available at the bookstore. There should still be some paper version left as well. Same thing with this bad boy. This is the other book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens. Now, this book is cheap. It's not expensive, But be careful. If you're buying this on Amazon, there's a little mini book of quotes that's just a few dollars. It is not the correct book. And if you get that book on accident, you will not get your points. So make sure that this is like 6x9 or 5x9, something like that. So you want to look at how big the book is before you purchase it. Ask, because there's always someone that orders that little one and is like, oh my God, I don't know why. I'm like, well, if you watch the course introduction video, you probably wouldn't have ordered the little one, so that's what I'm telling you right now. So the 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens is also available as an audiobook. And in my video on how to purchase books, I do go over how to find the audiobook if you want it. I don't care if you use the audiobook, fine with me, do it. If that's what you want to do, listen to it, it's good. This book, a lot of people are like, why are we using a book that's for teens? I get it. It makes you feel a little bit like, you don't understand me, I'm a college student. But here's why. So this one is actually geared towards students, whereas the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is geared towards adults who are in the workforce. So since you're not like just solely a CEO or something, and you're actually going to school, this book is more suited for students. And it's got a lot of pictures and fun things like that in it. And that makes it a little more fun. It's a much easier read. I actually really love this book. I find this to be interesting and life-changing. So between these 2 books, these are life changers, game changers, all kinds of changers. So if you do engage, read these books and participate in the assignments in the class, you will not be the same person by the time you're done with this 8-week class. I guarantee it. So if you put the effort in, you will see yourself change for the better. Now, this class is not just about, I'm going to teach you guys study skills, you're going to become better students. Not at all. This is about becoming a better person, like a better human being. You will leave here with a new spring in your step, with a new way of looking at life, with a way that you are going to accomplish the goals and dreams that you've always had for yourself. I'm going to show you how to do all that. Okay, in addition to these 2 books, you also need a day planner. And I would say any size day planner is fine, but what you need to make sure is that it's not a monthly planner. It can be a daily or weekly. So that means here, like this is not really a day planner, but if it was, I would want this to be, so on these pages, I would either have 1 day per page, or these 2 pages have the whole week. What I don't want is these 2 pages have the whole month, because there won't be enough room for you to write all the things that I'm going to ask you to write in the day planner. You're going to start using the day planner right away, and there is a video or just some reading on using the day planner and how to use it. What I would like you to do is at the beginning of each week, I want you to go to the course syllabus. Please use the course syllabus for this, because the course syllabus has everything that is going to happen in the class already laid out for you. All you got to do is copy it down. So whatever it says in that week that you need to do, you put it in your day planner, and you can either put it when you're going to do it. So like you could just be like, I'm going to do this reading on Monday and this reading on Monday. And on Tuesday, I'm going to do this reading and this reading. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to do these assignments, something like that. Just make sure you put the due date. Or you can put all the stuff on the due date and then go back and figure out when you're going to actually work on it. It's up to you. And I explained it in great detail in the video. And now I lost my place. Okay, so you're going to put these books into the assignment on, it's called Purchase Your Textbooks. You'll take a photo of yourself with the books like this, so I can see them, and your day planner too. So you'll be like, all right, I got all my stuff. And then you're going to send that, put that in, upload that into the assignment. Now here's something that you need to know about Canvas. And I'll go over this right now. So there are 3 notorious glitches that Canvas is, I don't even know if they're glitches or if it's just Canvas is designed this way and it's kind of flawed, but you cannot upload things separately to the same assignment. You have to upload everything for that assignment all at once. So for example, when you're uploading the books, if you were to upload this book and then upload it, and now it's here in the assignment, if you go and upload this next separately, it will bump this book out, and then this will be the only book in there. So what you have to do is upload this and leave it in limbo, and then click choose another, then upload this and put that up in limbo too, and then click choose another, and then put the day planner in, and now you've got all 3. Then you click upload and they all go in together. So that's what you want to do. And the other Canvas glitch that kind of sucks is it times out quite a bit, like so much. So you want to make sure that whatever you're doing, if you have to step away, that you have it saved somehow. And by the way, most assignments you can resubmit, so you can actually submit it partially done and then go back and fix it if you want. Or what a lot of people do is they'll use like Pages or Google Docs or Microsoft Word to do their work, and then they'll copy and paste that into Canvas when they're ready. So that way those things don't time out, right? Another thing about Canvas that you should know is I don't allow links to assignments. So for example, like Cloud Drive links, they don't work in Canvas and they don't work for me. And this is the thing. So I used to allow link sharing type of stuff, but the problem is you have to make the link available to anybody. So it'd be like anybody that can use the link. But a lot of people just don't know how to do that properly, and it's such a pain in the butt. It's not intuitive. It doesn't make any sense that I had to stop allowing links because people were taking advantage of the fact that like it was a difficult process, and I was trying to be patient with people, but people were abusing that. So what would happen is someone would send me a link and it wouldn't work. And then I'd be like, okay, your link isn't working, so I need you to resend it. But then that would give them like a whole couple extra days to like work on the assignment and fix it up and then make the link work. So I kind of caught on to this. And so now I no longer allow links because most of the time they don't work anyways. So you want to make sure that you upload your assignments or complete the assignments in Canvas in the text box itself. Okay, those are your options. No Google Drive links, no Dropbox links, no cloud links, period, none. If you send me a link, I will just say, sorry, you're going to miss out on those points because I did say in the course introduction video, no links. Just letting you know. Okay, so moving on from that, you're going to turn in your textbooks this week. Oh, by the way, too, like let's say you do order the book or something and you get it online. So let's say you don't have the physical books. Take a photo of somewhere in the inside of the book, the middle of the book. Don't take a picture of the first page or the table of contents because anybody has access to those pages. Like you can preview the book and just take pictures of that. So if you want credit for getting the book, take a picture of your digital book's insides. Just do a screenshot of one of the pages. Any page is fine as long as it's in the middle of the book somewhere and not the beginning or the end. Okay? In the middle of the book. That goes for both of these books too. And you can also send me a receipt. So if you purchase the book and you have the receipt, you can use that and show me, look, I bought the book. But it does have to say the name of the book on the receipt. Most receipts do say the name of the book, so that's not a big deal. So either between any of those things, you should be able to send me something. If you're struggling or having a problem, the best way to reach me is via text. So you can just text me 909-224-1204. That's 909-224-1204. So if you're struggling with something, that's the best way to reach me right away. So if you're struggling with uploading the books or you have a question about anything, that is the best way to reach me is via text. You can also reach me by email, but it takes me like 24 to 48 hours usually to respond to emails. Sometimes I'll respond faster if I'm like right there and I see it. But for the most part, I'm not sitting there on my email all the time, but I am always ready for text. So you can text me anytime. I do have a day job right now. So I'm currently working as a teacher in a special ed classroom in Chino, and I'm there till 3:30 every day. So I'm not available during the day. I'm available after 3:30, probably till 10:30 at night. And then on the weekends, I am usually around. But like you guys, I do have a life and I do stuff. So I may not get back to you right away on the weekend, but I will get back to you when I can. How about that? So that's my availability, just so you kind of know what's up. I do have office hours, and I think my first office hour with you guys is actually in a couple of weeks. It's like not this Monday that we're starting on, and not the Monday after that, but it's the Monday after that. But I may decide to throw in a sooner one if there's a need for it. If I see, people have a lot of questions or they need to get in touch with me, I may just create another office hour before that. So that's why you need to check the announcements so you can see if I do add an office hour, you can come. Now, for office hours, I offer 15 points of extra credit for anybody that comes. And the way that it works is I meet with students individually. So there'll be a waiting room. So it's on Zoom. So you'll check in on Zoom and I will leave the link in the announcements. So that's how you'll know where to go. So you go to announcements, find the office hour, find the link, click on it, go into Zoom, and then you'll enter the waiting room and you'll wait there. And even if you text me or try to contact me while I'm doing office hours, I'm busy meeting with other students, so I'm not going to be able to answer you. So if you're wondering if I'm there still meeting with students, if the Zoom meeting is still open, I'm still meeting with students and I'm currently meeting with a student and you're in the waiting room. So please just wait. Bring something to do, bring an assignment, bring some reading, play some video games, do whatever you want to do while you're waiting. And when it's your turn, I will let you in. I try to take people in the order that you come in, but sometimes I lose track because I'm really focused on the student I'm meeting with. I meet with students for about 5 minutes at a time. And I meet with students about all kinds of stuff. So like if you have a question, a specific question I can answer, cool. I like to go over people's grades, see how they're doing in the class, see how they're feeling with the material, and of course, giving you 15 points of extra credit. So next we have, yes. So this is very important. So on all the assignments that you're going to be doing in this class, and there are quite a few assignments per week. I think I have about 4 to 6 assignments a week. It sounds like a lot, but to be honest, most of those assignments are really easy. And in fact, all of the material in this class is simple. It's not difficult. But because, it's so simple and it's so easy and it's all, what we call like subjective, meaning like what you're writing is your opinion, how you truly feel, how you view things, what you're thinking. And so who am I to say that's not valid? And so the way that I grade things in this class is based off of how you follow instructions. Because there's really no way to grade work that is based on your opinion, right? Other than did you do it or did you not do it? So I kind of do it, did you do it the way I asked you to do it? And that's how you'll get points. I have rubrics on almost every assignment. And in case you don't know what a rubric is, it's just basically like a little graph that tells you what points you're getting for what things. So you can look at the rubric for any of the assignments and be like, oh, okay. And I do have a video that I'll be showing you about how to check your grades. And it does go over how to find rubrics and how to look at them ahead of time so that way you know how to do assignments. But the key here is to make sure you read the instructions carefully and follow them carefully because that's how I grade. So if I say use 5 sentences here and you only use 3, you're going to lose points there. And it's crazy because all you have to do is read the instructions and just follow them. I don't care how long the sentences are. They just have to be complete sentences. The other thing I grade on is grammar, spelling, and punctuation. So whether you did use it or not. So if you use good grammar, spelling, and punctuation, you'll just get all the points. But if you don't, then you'll lose some points. And what I do is throughout the term, if you don't start correcting your grammar, spelling, and punctuation, you lose more and more points for that as the semester goes on. Because one thing I'm trying to teach you guys in here is how to be better writers. And the only way to be a better writer is to write more. And so when we do our work in this class, our discussions contain a lot of writing. Like you will be writing a lot. But you'll get good at it. By the end of the term, you'll be like, wow, writing a paragraph is not a big deal. I can do that in my sleep now. So that's the key. I've set up this entire class kind of like a experiential sort of thing. So I'll put it this way, like a lot of you guys are hands-on learners, right? So you learn best by doing stuff. And so this class is designed for hands-on learners who learn best by doing stuff. So you like to have your hands busy. You like to be immersed. You like to learn by doing. That's for you. This class is for you. Not all college classes are this way. But the entire online course is set up like that. So basically, you'll learn as you go. And when you make mistakes, you'll find out. But I do offer extra credit. When you do make a mistake, you can fix it by doing some of the extra credit, which is nice. Okay, so if you have technical difficulties with Canvas for whatever reason, there's a couple things that I want you to do. So if you're having uploading problems, like with the assignments, contact me right away. If it's the day of the due date or it's close to the due date, like let's say homework is always due on Monday nights, by 11:59 p.m. Don't wait till the last minute to do your homework, please. In fact, my goal for you is for you to get the homework done by Friday. So like I give it to you on Monday, you finish it by Friday and turn it in. Then you don't have to worry about it all the weekend. And next week you're fresh and ready to go for Monday. That's the way to do it. And I try to get all my work done by Friday as well. So I'll try to get all my grading done and stuff and ready to go by Friday. So you have feedback already by the time you're going into the next week. And I think staying on top of things like that is really good. And you can use your day planner to help you do that, which is awesome. But if you wait till the last minute to upload and you have an upload problem, the only way I'm going to accept your work is if immediately you text me and say, I'm having an upload problem on Canvas. Now I'm going to be asleep because it's Monday night at 11:59. I will not be awake at this time. But you still need to text me and let me know I'm having technical difficulties uploading. Second thing you need to do is email me your homework right away, like all of the assignments. And you need to make sure you have that done before the deadline, so before 11:59. So if you waited till 11:58 and then you're having an upload problem, I will not give you credit because you will not be able to get your work emailed to me and message me that you've had a problem before the due date. Everything has to be turned in before that date. Only email me if there's an actual upload problem. And again, text me to let me know, hey, I emailed my homework because I had an upload problem with Canvas late on Monday night. Okay? If it's before that, like it's earlier in the day and you're having upload problems, text me. I could probably help troubleshoot with you and let you know what's going on. If you really are having problems, you can email me the work. But this is the deal. If you do not email the work to me by that 11:59 deadline, then I consider that late. And if work is late, I don't accept it. There is no late work in this class, period. None. No late work ever. There will not be an excuse that I will accept, except for these two excuses. You ready? Number one excuse, you actually have a doctor's note saying that you were so ill and messed up for this whole week that you weren't able to do your work. So if you have an illness that stretches a whole week, you can get a doctor's note and show me like, look, I couldn't turn in my work because of this. Then I will give you an additional week to get that work in. But not everything can be made up. Quizzes and tests cannot be made up. And certain assignments cannot be made up. Like certain parts of the discussions where you respond to other students can't be made up. So if you do miss some stuff because you're sick, you will not be able to make up all of the points, but you'll be able to make up some of them or most of them. And you'll have to use extra credit to make up the other ones. That's why the extra credit's there. I've got about a little less than 400 points of extra credit in the class, designed for if you happen to miss a week because you're sick or something happened. The other excuse I accept is if you're in jail or incarcerated or, in custody. You're innocent till proven guilty in my book. So if you can prove that that's where you were and that's what happened, I will let you turn in your work late. Okay? Those are the only two reasons. So you're sick, and I will also accept your children or stepchildren are sick. But not mom, dad, sister, brother, just your children or people that you're directly responsible for. Because you're not directly responsible for your mom and dad. You're not directly responsible for sister, brother, that kind of stuff either. So it's just you or your children. Okay? That's it. Not even your spouse. Just you and your kids. Period. Okay? If you can show me that that's the situation. Now, people are like, God, you're so strict. Yeah, I am. Because I just don't want to deal with a bunch of drama, honestly. It's like, I want you guys to turn your work in on Friday, not Monday. I don't want it to be late, period. I don't want to deal with late work. I'm trying to teach you to be responsible. And if I'm allowing you to turn in late work, I'm not teaching you that. Okay? All right, so moving right along. If the internet dies, like if it's just your internet, that's not a valid excuse to miss an assignment. Or if you say my internet was out and I couldn't turn it in, can I turn it in now? The answer is going to be sorry, no. If it's a widespread outage, like all of Rancho Cucamonga is out, then I will give you I'll give everybody more time. Or if we're having a Canvas outage that it affects everybody, yes, I'll give you more time because that's fair. I would recommend that you either in the syllabus, there's actually I think it's called California Connects. It's a hotspot internet that's $25 a month. I have one that I use as backup internet. So like if I have Charter Spectrum. So when Spectrum goes down, I have this backup internet. And I suggest that you either have backup internet or you go to like a friend or neighbor's house to use their internet or go to Starbucks or whatever. But of course, that requires that you're not doing stuff at the last minute, right? So please try to get your work done ahead of time so that you're not stuck in this last minute stuff, because I don't play with it. Like, I'm not going to accept your excuses unless they're legit and valid and you can show me proof. Does that make sense? Now, you can imagine that I've had a lot of students abuse my niceness over the years. So that's why things are the way they are now. So I've been teaching this class a really long time. So I've been teaching at JV for 18 years, and I think 16 years I've been teaching for the Opening Doors program. I probably am the toughest teacher. So like I'm going to challenge you. This isn't going to be just like, oh, sunshine, rainbows, easy, easy. I'm not an easy teacher. I'm just going to say it now. I am here to challenge you to think about who you are, what you want, where you're going, why you've made mistakes, how to fix those mistakes, how to be the best person that you can be, and some other stuff along the way that's kind of an added bonus for you. Okay, you're going to learn some study skills, things like that, but mostly I want you to learn about yourself, who you are, what you're about, what you want, where you're going, where you're headed, what's next for you. Those are the things that I'm interested in bringing out and helping you figure out. Okay, I talked about the syllabus contract. We're going to talk about the Success Center activities. So in this class, there are 3 Success Center activities, 3 of them: mindset, learning strategies, and time management. Each one of these assignments is worth 500 points. 500 points, so many points. Okay, mostly assignments in this class are worth 20 points or 40 points. We do have a time management packet that's worth 100 points. Your final is worth 200 points. These assignments are worth 500 points. So it's really important that you get on them right away. They start on Monday, 3/20. Okay, mindset begins on that date. So what's going to happen is you're going to have 2 weeks to complete mindset. It will go from 3/20 to 4/2, so April 2nd. So you have until April 2nd. But there's a limited amount of workshops and they're only offered at certain times. So the first thing you should do when you get into Canvas, if you see on my homepage, it'll say Success Center Assignments. You just click on those words and it'll take you to the place where you can see the assignment. And you can immediately start looking at the schedule and figuring out when you want to sign up. You do have to make an appointment. There is a video that shows you how to make the appointment. And once you make the appointment, then you keep that appointment. You want to show up at least 5 minutes early, but I would recommend 10 minutes early and be ready to go. Be ready to enter your appointment. And it takes about an hour to do the workshop. The workshop is on mindset or growth mindset. There is a section in this week's materials I think it's in week 1, where I have a lecture on growth mindset and a couple of videos on growth mindset, so you can kind of get a head start and figure out what that's about. But in the group, they actually go a little more in depth and talk about growth mindset, so that way you guys all understand what that is and you are able to apply it to your life immediately. It is a life-changing concept, growth mindset. The belief that intelligence is changeable, that no matter where you are, if you practice and work hard, that you can actually increase your intelligence, which is true. You can. So no matter who you are right now, if you're feeling like I'm not the smartest person in the world, cool, that's fine. You can always become a great deal smarter by working hard and practicing. Part of this class is that practice. Practice writing, practice working on your time management, practice getting things done ahead of time, practice following directions, practice with concepts that are going to help you set goals, practice with goal setting, all those things. So it's exciting for you guys. So get going on that Success Center assignment. Now, here's the cool thing. Now, I'm offering this. Don't tell anybody from other classes that I offer this, because I don't think anybody else offers this. I offer 40 points of extra credit if you do the Mindset Success Center during the first week it's offered. So if you do it by March 27th, then you will get 40 points of extra credit in addition to the 500 points that you were already going to get. So, I mean, you have to do the assignment anyways. But if you do it in the first week, I'll just give you 40 points for no fucking reason, just because I love you, okay? Oh, and by the way, this class does have a lot of profanity, cussing, things like that. I don't feel the need to censor myself, and I don't really want to censor you, but I also want everybody to be super respectful to each other. You know, it's like, it's one thing to say like, you know, shit or damn or something, but it's another thing to call somebody a name. That's not okay. All right. I've never had a problem with people not being respectful. I don't think this semester is going to be any different. So I want you to go through this process every single week when you start the class. I want you to check your syllabus first of all. Then I want you to put your assignments in your day planner. Then I want you to do the reading that's listed. So do your reading first. Then go in and look at Canvas and read everything in Canvas, watch the videos, check out the materials. Then do the assignments for the week. And then at the very last, do the discussions. Because the discussions require that you know the most stuff about everything. And if you wait to the last part to do the discussions, you'll be more effective in the discussions too. So that's the process or the procedure, the order that I want you to go in. So it's check your syllabus, put your assignments in the syllabus, do your reading for the week, check Canvas, go through the materials, watch the videos, do the assignments, and then do the discussions. Okay, what else? So I will be posting all of the office hours for this term in the announcement section. I don't know why I can't think of that, but I'll post them in the announcement section. It'll be one of the first announcements for the term, so you can kind of see all of the office hours I've had for the entire semester. I have to, that's the rule, post that. But I will be posting reminders that, oh, this one's coming up, this one's coming up. And again, I think that April 2nd is probably the first of the office hours that I will be having. But like I said before, I will assess and see if we need one sooner. And if we do, then I will create an additional one. I do offer 15 point extra credit for showing up, like I said before. Some more stuff. So when you're reading, doing your reading, I have my books right here. So as you're reading, I think chapter 1 is one of the first chapters you're going to be reading. So I want you to take notes while you're reading because you never go back and look at the book. Don't bother highlighting everything. Just take notes on it. And we will be going over muscle reading, which is a way for you to take effective notes while you're reading that will help you when it's time to study for tests and things like that. Now, I'm not saying that this material is so difficult that you need to take notes on your reading. What I'm saying is I want you to get into the practice of taking notes while you're reading. So use this class as a practice class to start taking different types of notes on your reading, figure out what works best for you. We will be going over note-taking processes too, like different ways that you can take notes, and different styles work for different kinds of people. So there's no one right way to do it. But just taking notes on your reading is going to help you so much in terms of studying for quizzes and tests. We have a quiz every single week in this class, and then we have our final exam. So I think there's a total of 6 quizzes and then a final. Each of the quizzes are worth 50 points, and they take they give you 15 minutes to take up, so they're timed, and you could take them up to 2 times. Only the last attempt counts. So if you do good on the first time, like let's say if you get 100% of the first time, don't take it a second time because you've already gotten the best grade. You don't need to take it again. Because if you get a lower score on the second time around, it's going to record the lower score. So it's the most recent one that's recorded. And then the final exam has 2 parts. It has a part that is an essay part, and it has a part that is a multiple choice. So those are the tests. There are testimonials from other students that I have posted in week 1 that tell you about what the class is like. And I have posted the ones from fall, so you can kind of see what those are like. I do have a lot of students who have really positive things to say. There are some negative reviews too, which you would expect, I suppose. But I would say there's like 100 good reviews and like 2 negative reviews or something like that. So most people that start the class like the class, but they're a little hesitant about it because they're like, man, I don't want to be in this class because this class represents something. It represents that maybe they didn't do well, maybe they have a low GPA, maybe they withdrew from too many classes. It kind of makes them feel crappy that they have to be here, and they feel like they already know this stuff anyways, and this class is just a formality and it's going to be easy. They have all these things in their head about what they think the class is going to be like. But then these testimonials go on to tell you, oh, but this is what the class was actually like. And most of them say things like, well, although this class is difficult, there is a lot of work. But the work is work that helps you to become a better person. And so that's good. And I learned a lot about myself, and these are the things I learned. A lot of people feel that everyone should have to take a class like this, or that they weren't expecting how much this class was going to help them. And so I want you to understand that I'm here to help you. I want you to be successful. And in fact, I will be here for you even after the semester's over. Like when spring of 2023 is over, I'm still going to be here for you. You can still text me anytime if you need something. I will try my best to help you and make it happen for you, whatever that might be. Okay? So I'm in it for you guys. I'm here because I want to help you. I love watching you guys all grow and change and become the best students that you could possibly be, and the best people that you could be, because this isn't just about being a student. Now, I do also want to let you know that a lot of you guys, especially hands-on learners, should be using sensory tools while you are working. So this is a sensory tool I really like. It's kind of got dust on it though, because my cat just put it on the floor, but it's like a long, stretchy, like a rabbit. See how cute he is? I see it's a little dusty because my cat just decided to play with it on the floor, but it's fun. You can like stretch it out. You can wrap it. I mean, it's just fun. Now, what do I use this for? I use this when I'm working. You know, when I'm reading, this is great for when I'm reading because it helps keep me focused, because it's keeping my hands busy. And keeping my hands busy is going to help keep my mind more focused. So you can use a lot of different types of sensory tools. I mean, I have little stuffed animals. I've got all kinds of different stuff. This is the only one within reach, but I love sensory tools. And I think you guys should. There's a lot of fidgets, people call them, where you actually have to manipulate something, and it's fidgety. Those are great for people who have ADHD. I have ADHD, by the way, so I just want to tell you that, you know, I have my doctorate. I went through all this school with ADHD, and I was able to get through it because I used a lot of tools like this to get me through. Another good one is chewing gum. Like, just while you're working, chew some gum. Or while you're working, move around. Sometimes I have like kind of a high top counter, with bar stools. So I put my computer up there and I just stand while I'm working, and just being able to kind of lean back and forth on my feet, move around a little bit while I'm working, it really helps. Other things you could try are like white noise. So put on headphones, like the headphones that cover your ears completely. Turn on white noise, purple noise, black noise, all these different noises. Or maybe even like meditation frequencies. Listen to those while you study. It really helps people. So those are just some tools and tips. We'll be talking about more of these things throughout the term, and I will definitely give you a lot more ideas about what sensory tools you can use or how you can use them effectively to help you pay attention to your work. Now, I want you to remember that you are only going to get out of this class what you put into it. So the more assignments and readings that you complete, the better person you're going to become in this 8-week process. So you have to ask yourself right now, do I like where I am? Am I cool where I'm at? Or do I want to elevate myself? Do I want to become better? Do I want to be the best that I can be? Do I want to learn how to be a good student? Do I want to learn how to be a good person? Do I want to have goals that are workable for me, instead of these bigger goals that are just so far in the future that it seems like I'm never going to reach them? This class is about breaking down those goals into little bite-sized chunks that you could do every day. And I'm going to show you how to do it. And I'm excited to show you. I'm really excited. I cannot explain to you how excited I am. Every time I get a group of new students, I'm so excited. So I think I've gone over everything. So I'm just going to look through and make sure. Oh, last one. If you're not going to complete the class, like for any reason, you're not going to stay, contact me first. Text me 909-224-1204. Let me know what's going on. I'm going to drop. And I'll be like, why? And you say, oh, I'm just I took on too many classes. I'm taking 3 classes and I'm working 40 hours a week. It's just too much. And I'll be like, okay, that sounds like a lot. Are you sure you don't want to drop another one of your classes, because this one is going to give you the amnesty you need to get your GPA up in time? You might want to keep this one and maybe get rid of another more cumbersome class like English. It sounds like you're taking, an English class. That might be a better one to drop. Or I'll be like, cool, you should drop, sounds like. Go ahead and go drop the class. Okay, so I'll let you know if I feel like you're not in a position to pass. I'll let you know if you do need to drop. But the way I have this class set up is designed to help you. So a lot of students are like, there's so many assignments, Dr. Borgi, why? This is the reason. The more assignments there are, the more wiggle room there is for you. So like if you do miss an assignment or something, it's not going to destroy your grade the same way as if there's only 3 assignments. Like, some classes will just have like a midterm, a project, and a final. But if you miss one of those things, like, you're going to fail just because you missed one thing. But in this class, because there's 5 assignments a week, if you miss one of those 5, it's not going to kill you. It won't destroy you. So I'm giving you more opportunities for success, which I hope you understand. Plus, having these assignments makes sure or ensures that you go over certain concepts that I really want you to understand so you can be the best person that you can be. Okay, so I think that's everything. Make sure you check announcements. Make sure you do the Success Center activity this week so you can get your 40 points of extra credit. Make sure you get to office hours for the extra credit, the extra 15 points. And make sure that you're using the module view. Also, please don't rely on the assignment tab in Canvas to get all your work done. Please look at the syllabus for a list of all your work, because the assignment list on Canvas is really glitchy. Sometimes it doesn't include quizzes and tests. Sometimes it doesn't include discussions. So if you think like, oh, I got everything done, I did everything in the assignments tab, also make sure you're looking in the discussion tab and the test tab, because you might be missing those assignments. But the easiest way to make sure is just to look at your course syllabus and see what's in that week. And if you do that with your day planner every week and you write all your stuff in your day planner, then you won't miss anything and you'll be on top of it. And that's what I want for you. All right, guys. Well, it was nice meeting you, and I look forward to getting to know you guys better throughout the term. I look forward to grading your assignments. I promise I will put constructive feedback on most of your assignments. Some I'm just like, oh, pass, pass, pass. But many of them I leave detailed information. So you definitely want to go back and look at your graded assignments so you can see my comments, because I try to give you that feedback and be helpful to you so you can better yourself from the assignment and move on to the next assignment with more knowledge. Okay, I need to end this video. I just don't want to go. I love you guys too much. All right, guys. Bye. Have a good rest of the day. Have a fantastic week, and I am excited. Bye.